What's up? Average Kurt here. AKA the internet chef who's having some neck issues. But I'm no punk. I'm tough, and I make weird arm motions. I'm not gonna let some debilitating neck pain stop me from bringing the content you deserve. So today, I'm making...
If you don't speak, then you won't get spoken to. People only see you when you up, then they notice you. Trying to be a legend, create lines is quotable. Only the real shall last, and I only know a few. People when they feelings always acting emotional. Ain't about a check, then it ain't negotiable. Gotta show respect.
And here's everything you need to make this dish. Bourbon, this is Bulla Bourbon, which is my go-to bourbon. Some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Some chicken stock. Minced garlic and soy sauce, and I do not use fresh garlic. If you want to know why, leave a comment below and I'll fill you in. Sour cream. Some green onions. Those are the greeniest onions I think I've ever seen. Some cheese. I went with hot pepper cheese. Onion powder. Crushed red pepper flakes. Some rice. Brown sugar, which is the nickname my 8th grade science teacher gave me. That's a long story. Some frozen peas and corn, but I didn't end up using the corn. And some extra large tortillas. First, I'm gonna make the rice. If you wanna know how to make rice, buy a rice cooker and follow the instructions. If you're too cheap to do that, go on Google, figure it out.
But can't get rid of me. We gon' do our thing until infinity. Beware the industry.
Then I'm gonna season the shit out of this rice with some garlic salt. Ignore the fact that I left autofocus on and the shot's going in and out. Just don't pay attention to that. Now, I'm gonna take these chicken thighs, dice them up into bite-sized pieces, and then cook them in my pan. And then, I'll do some other steps after that, which I'll show you.
They eyes on me, they know I'm here to stay, yeah, and I won't leave. We do this for the fans, for your eyes only. Just watch closely, bet they all gon' see. They don't f with us, but they still gon' pray.
Got my pan set on medium-high, gonna take 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil and put them in there, but I really put in 4 to 5 tablespoons of olive oil, so use less oil than I did. Now my pan and my oil are ripping hot, so I had the genius idea of dumping all the chicken in at once. As you can see, it was a brilliant idea, but don't do what I do, try to maybe put in a few pieces at a time.
If you don't speak, then you won't get spoken to. People only see you when you up, then they notice you. Trying to be a legend.
It should take about 5 to 10 minutes to cook your chicken all the way through. Cut it in half if you're unsure. Once it's cooked, transfer it to a food holding device. Now it's time to make the bourbon sauce. Gotta taste the bourbon to make sure it's still good. Into a bowl, I'm gonna add 1/3 of a cup of the bourbon.
Fine wine, how we supposed to do. Peep the shade on the timelines, this time post.
1/3 of a cup of soy sauce. You can use a low sodium soy sauce if you'd like, but I'm gonna let future me worry about my sodium levels. Add a half a cup of that chicken stock and account for any spillage that goes into the bowl pre-pour, like I did there. Then add 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. I miss you, Miss Bradley, so much. And then a few dashes of that onion powder. Then add as many red pepper flakes as you feel comfortable with. Me being a dominant alpha male, I'm gonna add a ton of red pepper flakes so I can prove how tough I am. I'm tough, guys. Then I'm gonna tiny whisk these ingredients until they come together just like our nation needs to. Can't we all just get along, guys? Come on. Now I got the pan I cooked the chicken in, haven't cleaned it yet, gonna deglaze it with some of that non-fresh garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you want, I just refuse to. If you wanna know why, like I said, leave a comment below. I'll go into details. Once that non-fresh garlic looks like it's cooking, like there, looks like it's cooking, I'm gonna add in the sauce and just cook it on medium to medium-high, preferably medium until you get a nice thick sauce. You want some thickness to it. Once you have that thickness, you can add the chicken.
Just watch closely, bet they all gon' see. They don't f with us, but they still gon' pray.
Now that my sauce is good and thick, I'm gonna add in the chicken. Yeah, you can see the thickness of the sauce right there. That's what you want. And if you wanted to, right now, you could just stop. You got perfectly cooked bourbon chicken and rice. You'd have a fantastic bourbon chicken meal ready to go. But if you know me, I gotta take it a step further. So while the bourbon chicken's just hanging out, keeping warm, I'm just gonna grate up some of this cheese. And a quick PSA, I have no idea how to chop green onions. I've never seen a video on it, never seen any instructions, so I kind of just do my own thing. I cut off like the end so I have nice uniform green onions, and then I just chop them. I have no idea if I'm doing this right. Off camera, I microwave some of those frozen peas. I'm gonna add that to my rice. And now it's time to assemble this burrito, but I'm gonna deep fry it, so it's really a chimichanga. I'd prefer to call it a deep fried burrito, but I don't want to get into more internet arguments. I mean, I kind of do. Anyways, gonna add the rice and peas, some of that freshly grated hot pepper cheese.
Switch it up, we could rap or produce the things you can't have is forbidden fruit.
Then going to add the most crucial element, the bourbon chicken.
When they got their eyes on me, they know I'm here to stay and I won't leave. We do this for the fans, for your eyes only.
Now it's time to roll it up, and I don't know why, but it seemed to come natural to me. I guess some things you're just born good at, like rolling burritos. Now I'm going to stick it with an extremely large toothpick, I guess you'd call it a skewer or something like that. That way, hopefully, it won't separate when I put it in the deep fryer. One thing I did not account for is that it would be too big for the deep fryer, which it was, but I made do with my situations and I tried to figure it out. First attempt, I just spooned hot oil onto it, which in hindsight is really dumb and didn't work at all, I'm sure. I was able to flip it over, but I had to remove the skewer, which I think allowed for a good amount of oil to get in there, but once I slice it in half here, I'll be able to release all that oil that I got into there, and then I'll have a good chimichanga. It's like the damn BP oil spill over here, but I was able to get all that oil out. I wiped off the surface and made it look a lot better than it does now. And I could have easily just not shown you guys this and just showed the perfect finished product, but I just want you to know I will always keep it real, no matter what, to a fault. And even though I sprung a leak, these are still extremely crispy. So now I'm going to dress them up for their close-up, get a spoonful of that sour cream on there, add some green onions to make it look fancy. Then I'm going to drizzle on some of that thick bourbon sauce. And these bourbon chicken chimichangas, whatever, are ready for their close-up.
Gotta show respect to the people that's posting you. Soon to be on posters posted up like the older dudes. Now we aging like fine wine, how we supposed to do. Peep the shade on the timelines, this time poster cool.
I did it again. Now, all that's left is to take this bourbon chicken chimichanga and... Oh man, my neck. I can't do the motorboat. Maybe it's the motorboating that's messing up my neck. Anyways, first, I'm gonna try the bourbon chicken by itself. That looks like bourbon chicken to me. Let's see how it tastes. If you're correctly reading my facial cues, you can tell I'm enjoying this chicken. It's great, it's fantastic, it slaps. But the sauce is incredible. I definitely recommend giving that recipe a try. But now it's time for the star of the show, the bourbon chicken chimichanga. Oh yeah, I know you heard that crunch. That oil leak didn't phase the crunchiness at all. But it is extremely messy, so let me grab about 3 trees worth of paper towels real quick. My apologies to the trees, I try not to waste you. And as you can see, I'm a little overwhelmed with the emotions I'm feeling after eating that bourbon chicken chimichanga. This bourbon chicken chimichanga, it slaps. I wanted to give such a harder slap to my neck, I just can't slap hard. This is in the top 3 of things I've made on this show. It's sweet, spicy, crunchy, and tender. Umami all over the place. Hey you, did you like the shit you saw today? If so, please like and subscribe. Also, follow me on the gram and TikTok at Average Kurt Cooks. A gentle salute to you guys. I'm just gonna sit here, get fat, get happy, and get down on these bourbon chicken chimichangas.
Then he notice you trying to be a legend, create lines is quotable. Only the real shall last, and I only know a few. People when they feelings always acting emotional. Ain't about a check, then it ain't negotiable. Gotta show respect to the people that's posting you. Soon to be on posters posted up like the older dudes. Now we aging like fine wine, how we supposed to do. Peep the shade on the timelines, this time poster cool. Shit is black and white like photos from a disposable. Certain situations you ain't end up uncontrollable. All up in their head, I be so confused. I just brush it off. Peep the shoulder moves, we all got the same 24, so it's no excuse, switch it up. We could rap or produce the things you can't have is forbidden fruit.